So this is my recipe for apple strudel. Got Filo dough, 4 cups of apples, about a 1/3 cup of tapioca starch or tapioca flour, 1.5 cups of sugar, 3 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 4 tablespoons of butter, softened, and then later on some avocado oil to spray it down. So I'll take my 4 cups of apples here, mix in the sugar here, add in the tapioca flour, it's just kind of a thickening agent to help thicken things up a little bit. And my cinnamon. Got 3 teaspoons of cinnamon here, which is quite a lot for this, but I like cinnamon, so it works out good. To add a little bit of richness here, some butter here that's softened up to room temperature here, so it'll mix in pretty well. So if it just pulled out of the refrigerator, you might need to put it in the microwave a little bit just to soften it up a little bit. If you notice, the apple pieces are chopped up fairly small so they can all cook. They're not pre-cooked or anything like that, but they will cook pretty well when we bake it. So there is the mix all ready to go. Okay, so now the next step here is to lay out your phyllo dough here. I usually count out about 3 or 4 sheets here. Try to get rolled out nice and flat here. It's very thin, so it rips quite easily. I just take and put that in the middle of my tray here, and I scoop out about 2 scoops of mix here. Something like that. And I start at this end, roll it up, just like that. Slide it down to the end of my tray, and pat her down flat, and repeat with the next one. I can usually get about 4 on a tray here. Now you will want to use parchment paper underneath these because they will leak all over. You'll also want to use a tray pan that has sides on it because First couple of times I tried that, I just tried it on a flat cookie sheet and leaked all over the oven, and had to spend a bunch of time cleaning that mess all up again. So it's better just to use a tray with sides on it here. This here is not quite a half sheet, but pretty close, and that works pretty well here. So altogether, this will make about 8 strudel here. Nice thing as well here, when you put this on the parchment paper, you're then able to just take and stick the whole tray in the freezer, and you can freeze it and then cook them up later, or you can just put them right into the oven and cook them up there. In the oven, you just preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then cook for about 22 minutes or so until they get nice and brown on top. So yeah, it looks like I'll be able to get kind of 5 on here, so finish one more up here. There. Now the next step here is to take your avocado oil. I like avocado oil because it doesn't have a whole lot of extra flavor to it, like a olive oil or anything like that. And just take and spray it quickly here, just to get a little bit of sheen on there, and that'll help a little bit for the sugar. And then I take my sugar and just pinch a little bit and sprinkle it on top. Like that. And now they are all ready to go. Okay, now my oven's preheated up to 400 degrees, and I'm going to put the strudel in. Okay, those are looking pretty good here. So as you can see, they make a little bit of a mess here. Now you will want to try to get these plated up fairly quickly, because once this starts cooling, this will start getting really sticky and gets really hard to work with here. So it's better to try to get this plated up right away once you get them pulled out of the oven. And there they are.